My biggest motivation in being in this struggle is my father, who's in Rafah.
To the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! From the sea to the...
We know that we're here today because we're going to fight every single minute, every single hour, every single day in 2024 for Palestine. Isn't that right?
My name is Tamar. I'm an organizer with the Palestinian Youth Movement New York City chapter. I'm Palestinian. I grew up in Philadelphia with my mom, who's from the US, and my father is Palestinian from a town called Astud. He now lives in Gaza, along with most of the rest of my family. My political development really began when I was a kid because the US government didn't give my father a visa, so my family was fragmented, and that's why I was raised by my mother. In 2006, my father was living in Beirut and so lived through the Zionist aggression on Lebanon during that time as well. My family experienced the Zionist attack on Gaza in 2008, 2009, of course in 2012 as well, in 2014, in 2021, and now, of course, during this genocide. So my father is a retired journalist, but since October 7th has taken to writing again and to analyzing the political situation through WhatsApp messages that he sends to his friends and family. He has a really sharp political eye, but he also knows that people want to hear from him, and he feels a responsibility and a duty to share his knowledge and also to let people know that he's okay. There have been some days when he doesn't have internet, and so we don't get a message from him. The days after, he apologizes for not sending a message, but he has consistently done this over the past almost 6 months. And so in one of these messages back in December, he included, along with his political analysis, the news that his brother's daughter and her 2 kids had been martyred in an airstrike. So my uncle and my cousins. And he conveyed this news obviously with sadness, but it was still packaged with hope that the following day will bring relief for the people of Gaza. So it's that combination of mourning and of steadfastness and of continuously pushing the struggle forward that I think is really important for us as people who are part of the struggle here to bring forward, that we always have to keep struggling no matter what.
We carry this love of life just as deeply as we grieve those we've lost, especially the people of Gaza. If there's one thing we know, it's how to appreciate the life that we have. Even in the darkest times, when the dust from this attack settles, inshallah soon, we will rebuild.
It's been absolutely incredible to see people who either have been in this struggle for many years and who are just really recommitting themselves to it, or people who have never even heard about Palestine, who didn't know about Palestine before October 7th, completely turned their lives around for this struggle. There have been so many moments where it really felt like we were entering a new era of this struggle. Certainly the business shutdowns that we have done over the past few months. I mean, the willingness of everyday people in New York to sacrifice, the consistent pressure and interruption and disruption of elected officials who are completely ignoring their constituents and not giving these people a second of rest is incredibly inspiring. And I think really speaks to people's commitment and also the shift in consciousness occurring. Another incredibly moving experience was being part of the two major New York City high school walkouts that occurred in November and then recently in February. Seeing students, youth from across the city walk out of their schools, join us out on the streets, make sacrifices for themselves at the schools in service of the Palestinian struggle, because they've been completely transformed by this moment too, has been so moving and inspiring, and we're learning so much from the younger kids in this city.
Yeah. All right. You all are amazing. What you did today is incredible and historic, and I want to tell you guys something. In every single revolutionary movement in the world, the students have been at the forefront of it.
I think for me, certainly my commitment to the struggle has been deepened because of a political commitment, but also I have responsibilities to my family now that I didn't have necessarily before. So I have to adjust my life around what's going to be an incredibly difficult rebuilding process when we're actually able to do that. In thinking about the long-term struggle, I think that I cannot think about it as myself, as Tamar, as an individual. I can only think about the possibility of it with other people and with my comrades and us doing this together, because there's actually no way that we can advance the struggle forward if we don't have each other, if we don't support each other in continuing to make the sacrifices that we're making. Having political organizations in this moment is absolutely necessary, both to continue the work and also to take care of the organizers who are working from the minute they wake up to the minute that they go to sleep. So to have comrades around you who are doing the same thing, who are really in it with you and who fully understand, or to an extent, what we're all going through, is an incredibly transformative experience. I think for me, seeing people's consistent energy has, in the darkest moments, been absolutely awe-inspiring and has given all of us, who have family back home, who are seeing really intimately the death and destruction, it's given us so much life and has really made me feel like the horizons have completely expanded, that liberation is closer than it's ever been, even if things feel and seem so horrible. We are really closer than we've ever been.